Shoot, are we live? We're
I
sitting
don't
here
know.
just, I don't know either. We're just sitting here chatting and talking, and we're like, oh, shoot, it's late. Well, let's go. I started typing in hi to everybody, and then I glanced at the clock. So, good evening, everyone. How are you? Wow, silver has, I guess, went way down today. It is crashing, sinking, tanking, whatever you want to say. This chat today is going to kind of go with the chat from last week of who's buying. And now we're following over with the market down. It's down to 48.14. Wow, what a dip. Gold is down to 4,092. Platinum 1521 and palladium 1378. Massive drops across the market on the metals. The equities didn't fare too bad. Mike, silver is now basically almost 85 to 1. It fell into 80 to 1. So what do you think about all this?
Well, I don't know. I was just reading a little chat here that I was, I don't know if you guys heard that India's largest metal foundry just ran out of silver for the first time in history. I don't know if you guys see. Let me see if we can get that zoomed in.
See if we can make that bigger for you. India's largest metal refinery ran out for the very first time in history. Wow.
But guys, that is not just it. Not just it. What do you think about England running out of silver?
Before we get into all that, let's say thank you and hello to everyone. If you have any questions, please begin them with 3 question marks. If you've come from Whatnot or other channels here on YouTube, thank you for joining us. This is Mike from Mid-America Coins. He has a coin shop in Oklahoma. He also sponsors quite a few shows that has the U.S. Mint and several of the graders present at some of those shows. So let's get back to England running out of silver. What's going on over there?
Well, you just heard India. Then we got a call today. I haven't checked it thoroughly out, but I kind of glimpsed online, and yes, England, including, is running out of silver.
Really? Wow.
Guys, what do you think? How long do you think they can say no to the terrorist tax before they have to start buying from the U.S. again?
Well, a lot of people in the U.S. do have a lot of silver, and it's not just the individuals, the founders themselves. I mean, I've seen videos where Silver Seeker went into,
SD
Bullion. Yeah. I couldn't think of their name. It was somewhere lost in my mind. Anyway, went into SD Bullion. They got pallets stacked with 1,000 brick bars. I mean, 1,000 ounces. I mean, just stacked on stack. And bags on a pilot full of 90%. And they're not the only ones. I mean, there's a lot of refiners and dealers that have a lot, isn't there, here in the U.S.?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys see my latest video. Did you see all the silver that we just picked up?
It just
piling up on the floors. We're, so if you guys need some silver, I know where some's at.
I think people were happy. They went over to Whatnot today, and it dipped down, and some of the guys like, we got less than spot. Yeah, we was selling like crazy over there today. I was crying. I had to break out my Adam Jam tissue, and I held it up, because it's a whiny tissue. Crying. Oh, I was crying. I sold a Morgan silver dollar for $34. I'm like, hey, I'm glad you got the deal. That's all I could say. I couldn't believe it. It was like, wow.
I would have gave you 33.
I bet you would have. So we got Ricky's House of Crafts in the house. Marco Polo, John Jacobs, the Asterian. He's like, get the towel out. So now we've seen this dip today. And seriously, it was quite a dip. I've seen it down as low as $4, a little over $4 down. And on the evening, we're down another 68 cents to 47.94 as of this moment. Do you think that has to do with a little bit of them running out? Do you think how are they selling it? I mean, are they selling it this low besides people like me?
Well, yeah. I mean, actually, if you would look on a lot of different sites, you would see, including us, we didn't drop our prices. We didn't move down.
Oh, I did. I was crying.
Yeah, we wasn't on whatnot either.
Did. What's that?
We wasn't on whatnot either. We'll see what tomorrow brings because a $4 plus drop that fast. It opened up at 53 and some change and dropped down. It went underneath 48 for a minute. So
it's under 48 right now. It's 47.
Did it drop back underneath 48 again? Wow,
yeah,
geez.
Bid is at 47.94 Kiko. You know, one thing I noticed about that bid and ask, one of our wholesalers, like Kitco is not a wholesaler of ours, but they have like a 12-cent spread between bid and ask. Some of these wholesalers,
it used to be at 10 cents.
Yeah, but some of these wholesalers I've noticed of the past week have increased their spread to like $2 from bid to ask. That means they're going to charge you somewhere over ask, and they're going to buy it somewhere under bid. So they instantly got the $2 and then a little extra. What do you think about that? Is that
on the Comex Silver's price is at $47.99? So finally, Comex is actually higher than Kitco again.
47.81.
That's futures. That's your futures.
No, Kitco New York spot price 47.89 is where it's sitting at. We'll close in 20 hours and 54 minutes.
I'm talking about the Comex chart. And here, we'll zoom this up so you guys can see it. This is the Comex chart. Right now, it's at $47.99. This is what the actual foundry companies, when they get back in, are trading on. Okay, I'm going to show you the chart now. Look at what the chart's doing. It's going berserk.
It's kind of dipping down a little and then coming back
popping up, zipping down. Here, let me see if I can get it clear. There you go.
That looks pretty clear. We just got to put better glasses on, right, guys?
Yeah. So anyway, I watch a lot of charts too, and I want to make sure that I know where I'm at when I'm making buys and everything else.
So you guys want to ask questions? Please begin them with question marks so we can catch them earlier. Look at this, Liza Jane. What is up with that, girl? Thank you so much. What coins are currently experiencing the highest demand in price and growth right now, says Liza Jane. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Boom. Thank you. What do you think about that, bro? What coins are experiencing the highest demand and possibly premium right now?
Well, that would be the 96 Eagles that Mid-America bought a half a box of today. They're demanding a nice little chunk here, and we got them for sale.
Yeah, I talked to him about that. I said, dude, I need a row. My row set's incomplete. I don't have it. He never gave me a price. He must want $1 million for them things or something. I don't know.
Maybe $2.
Okay, Roadkill 801 has a question for us. What is a 1970 small date worth? He's talking about the uncirculated penny. Uncirculated, there are ranges of uncirculated. Off the top of my head, $30-$40 for a 5 or a 4. Well, we can look that up real quick and get back with you. How's that sound?
I'm on it right now for you, man.
Are you? You sure?
Yeah, I got my computer right here.
Well, I got my thing right here. Boom, 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 checka boom.
Maybe you'll get to it first.
Proofs, reverse, 59 to 7. A 1970, that's high 7, small date. Those came in mint sets, proof sets mostly. There were a few found in the wild, but not as many as people think. There are a lot of uncirculated 1970 small dates. That is the S mint mark. I'm 70, 70, 70, 70, 70. Small date, brown, brown, red. Right? We're looking at a red. So, yeah. 4 is $45 bid, $60 retail. So that's what you're looking at for a 70 San Francisco small date. If you
looking at red, or brown?
Well, I'm guessing it's probably red if I had to guess. Most people that have them are red, but let's go ahead and look at the brown real quick. Oop, that's a large date. My fingers are so fat. Brown is $25 in 4, 35, 36 in 5.
Yeah.
Okay, MM. So, guys, please remember we do put a topic at the top of the chat to get people interested to come in. But if you have questions, anything, we'll try to answer them. Preferably, they're about coins or bullion. We don't want to talk about, I don't know, what we had for dinner tonight that made me sick to my stomach or something like that. I just had a roast beef sandwich. What did you have for dinner, bro?
Whatever my wife will let me have when I get done with this show.
Okay. Do you think the CME paper gold silver contract settlement on October 29th will cause spot prices to fall more and the short sellers can cover their bets? So that's I kind of expected a little bit of a fall. I didn't expect what we've seen today, but it's not uncommon. The history has repeated itself. Let's just hope it don't continue to repeat itself. Do you think that, Mike, that the settlement contracts on the 29th is going to cause a fall so short sellers can cover?
Well, I really don't. I don't think because it's already taken this heavy fall. I don't see it really doing a whole lot. But yeah, they're going to try.
Okay, we got C-Bob right here. He says, do you think the liquidity problem for the economy and people taking cover and selling gold and silver for the liquidity in the market? I do think I experienced a lot of buying, and we've got short weeks for the physical open store. And I spent quite a bit, much more than normal. I do think that was a telltale. I should have known something was coming, but I wanted to close my eyes to it. But as far as covering the market, I think people have been having trouble all the time. What do you think?
Well, yeah, they have. But we all know on this paper part, we already know that there is never going to be enough silver and gold to cover all that paper that's been sold. So, yeah, anytime they can try to cover it, they're going to cover it, but it ain't going to work this round, I don't think.
MM asked a question. Yeah, MM, if you could ask it again, I'll do my best to cover it. I'll be looking for your name, my friend. Thank you, Inkman. Choke and Go says, why is this drop such a surprise? Silver has been so strong for weeks with no significant drops. For me, you want to go first or you want me to go first, bro?
I'll let you go.
For me, what I was seeing was a lot of movement back and forth during the day, and I didn't expect it to drop. I thought a lot of profit takers were taking their profit out in normal trading. It seems like there are other, I guess you could say, entices that are causing the drop besides just profit takers. And I didn't expect it. What do you think, Mike?
I did not really expect as heavy of a drop today, but at the same time, if you look across the web, none of the big dealers like SD or JM or NM or us, we didn't make a move yet. We're going to see what it does, and maybe in a day or two, if it still keeps making this kind of move, yeah, we'll adjust our prices because we hedge everything. But at the same time, this was kind of unexpected, so we'll see what happens. We did know, and I did talk about that, the burst, if we keep this silver freeze. We did talk about that, but I still didn't see a $4 drop in it, maybe a couple bucks.
So, guys, thanks for joining us. A lot of the stores, like he was talking about, they're on the let's wait and see bench. There's the guys that are fearful for it going down further, and there are guys on another bench that are saying, "Oh, I'm not selling; it's going to go right back up." And then there's a wait and see people. We're
selling, but we're just not making a quick move to drop. We will head to the market if it stays. Yes.
Bulacata says dealers offering him 28 for peace dollars. Is that fair? In my opinion, no. Melt is about 36.50 right now. What do you think, bro?
I think the real buy-in market is about $6 back, because even the guys that are buying, for the guys that are buying back, you got to remember there's only guys out there paying $2 back. They want to make something. They got to pay to ship them. 28, that's cutting a little short. That sounds like about $8-9 back. That's too much.
Well, I did sell silver dollars on Whatnot today as low as 34. There are a lot of buyers that are sitting back waiting, just not sure what it's going to do. So, yeah, 28, like Mike said, couple bucks back further than he should be. I think, in all fairness, if he was a little timid, what do you think? 31, 32 would be a fair buy? Yeah, that
Well, even at 30 right now would be a fair buy for peace dollars. And that does consider condition too. Now, if they're real ugly dollars, $30 is a great buy.
yeah.
If they're XFVFs, they should be paying 32, 33.
Yeah, and Ty McFadden just made a point, and he's saying it to MM. He says, what happened this time around is that spot ate up the collector premium in most cases. We are seeing that a lot where even on my website, as prices start to rise, you're starting to see the more collectible stuff starting to be the same price as the generic stuff. What are you thinking about that, Mike?
Oh yeah, I mean, I was offering silver dollars last week, $2 back below spot. In some cases, if you bought calls, you can buy them $3 back.
Now, here's MM coming back with his question. He says, how does the rare coin market hold up when premium precious metal prices enter the bear market? The rare coin market, the collectible numismatic stuff, is somewhat tied, but is still totally separate. Is it not, like your Morgan silver dollars and stuff?
It is definitely totally separate. It's not, I don't feel it's really tied. I mean, yes, we see some play with it, but most of the time, your collectible coins are still showing ups on a lot of them, not showing downs.
Let's take, for example, the Morgan silver dollar. When you go to an average low grade circulated piece, yeah, they move up and down with spot, but there's a premium added on there depending on whether it's all 21s or piece dollars or pre-21s, and sometimes even the date would make a difference. But when you get up into MS63s, they pick a price and they are there until they want to move up or move down, irrelevant of where spot is.
Or like the 1909 SVDB in my video, or the 16D dime, you know.
Oh, you picked one of those up, dude?
They're in my video. You haven't seen my video?
I ain't had it. Dude, I've been busy all day. I've been on Whatnot.
Oh yeah, I got a 16D. I picked up I picked up some really nice stuff this weekend. I was buying everything, collectibles, everything.
Basically, a bear market does not affect the collectible coins, but it can affect the premium, the ice cream type silver, but not a Morgan dollar, not rare date Washington. Well, there's only two Washington quarters really rare date, but none of your rare date like Walker halves or anything like that. It's not going to affect those.
Now the bad part is I know how long it's been since I bought a 16D. I made an offer to the guy because I was going off last year's sheet, and he said, "Oh, I think I'll keep it for that." I said, "What do you need?" He says, "Well, I'd like to get bid." And I looked at bid. I said, "Holy crap!" And I bought it.
J-Dog, thank you, my friend. $5 super chat. Guys, your super chats are much appreciated, not required, but they do help us continue to grow the channel. And thank you so much. Your likes are also well appreciated. Mike's been putting quite a few videos. I've been so busy, I haven't had time. So
yeah, we'll have another video coming out this week.
Look at that. Marco Polo said he heard on YouTube today that there was some trader margin calls, which caused some of the folks to sell their gold, silver, and cause the spot price to fall. What do you think? Only if it was in the paper market. I don't think the physical market could have this much of an impact at this point in time.
Yeah, the paper shouldn't have that big a hit like it did on physical.
There was more to do with than just selling. A lot of times you'll see Kitco and you'll look at Kitco spot price, and it'll when you go up, it like, did the market really go down $83.80? You click that and it tells you the market up or down due to normal trading conditions and due to the dollar. So a lot of that, there's a lot of factors in there, but I don't think it was from normal trading conditions. No. Okay, Fisterian says people were waiting for the 50. Now they're waiting to see how this drop settles too. And I think that's what's happening. I've seen that a lot today. What do you think, bro? You think they're settling and waiting?
Oh yeah. Well, actually, I had some buyers in there today because they was
Yeah.
hoping to take advantage of it, but then they realized I didn't move on my prices. But they still bought.
Well, I wasn't open. I wasn't open today, but like I said, I was selling on you on whatnot. Same brand name coin crew.
I can't afford to be closed as much as him.
Well, I was trying to take some time off, and it looks like I'm working 7 days a week again. So at least I'm not having to travel to all the shows like you do. You do that's hard work traveling, bro.
Oh yeah, I travel a lot.
I do travel to shows, but not as many as some people. Now you're going to be at the show on the 13th, the CoinX show in St. Charles.
I will be there.
I'm thinking
And
about
guys, come by my table. I have plenty of candy to give you guys.
Ooh, candy. I might have to come by his table now.
Well, that's why I'm bribing them. That's why I said that. I knew that I'd get them.
Do you think this will correct the wholesale market on silver and raise COMEX future prices back to the Kitco level live price and make it close again compared to what it has been? Well, I've noticed the past few years, see, Bob, that it's they're both beating to their own drum. The live or the futures market is just kind of trying to guesstimate it, but I haven't seen them close in a long time.
Well,
I don't know.
Tonight they are. Actually,
Well, yeah, they're close right now.
Yeah, they actually the futures is actually a couple pennies ahead now. What the heck?
But I do notice that when the futures and the futures and the current Kitco price are close, it does tend to be a little bit more stable. But gold is always much more stable than silver. I just I don't know. I don't the wholesale market. It's like one of them that we buy off of. It's got a $2 spread. So and then others got a 5-cent, 10-cent spread. They're all going to beat to their own drum. Balacano, what's up? There's speculation that Morgan collection is mostly boomers and the market is due for a correction after that point. Is this a possibility? So you're a boomer, Mike. You're a boomer, and I'm what am I? Beginning of the Gen X, I think. I don't know. I'm back in '67 after the boomers.
Right. Yeah. Well, yes. Anyway, do I see a correction in the market? Yeah, but the correction has to be higher, not lower.
So and I've noticed that too. A lot of the younger, the millennials, the Gen Xers, all the people getting into the coin market, yeah, they're into bullion a little bit, but they're going after the really high, classy, expensive stuff. They make the amount of money.
No, I do have. I have a lot of young collectors that collected collectibles. Did this year step into the bullion market?
A lot of the young people make so much more. I mean, like when I first started working, I was happy to make $3 an hour. It was just great. But now it's like the younger people, well, if I can't make $75,000-$80,000, I don't want to work. Well, $3 an hour was what, $5,000-$10,000 a year? We were happy to start working as teenagers if we could make that much. So yeah, I don't think it's lower in them. What's that?
I said mine was a little bit lower.
Yeah, you was like $2 and something, wasn't you?
$1.75 an hour. I was tickled pink.
When I was a kid, we lived down in St. Louis, Missouri. You remember that when Mom and them lived on 9th? We all lived on 9th and Barton before we went to Florida.
I was a long time ago.
I used to do construction cleanup for the guys going around renovating the house. They'd pay me $2 an hour, man, but they'd only work me like 2 hours a day.
I think he was overpaid.
Yeah, I was a 9-year-old kid just walking around picking up boards and said, "Don't step on no nails." So yeah,
he gave you $4 a day. Wow.
Well, that's all they would work because as a kid they didn't want to get in no trouble. Silver's going to be 40 by Christmas. Bulacano says, I don't know. Buy Stocks even has a 42 to 44 prediction. Guys, we can only guesstimate where it's going. None of us have crystal balls. Can you guys?
What do you do? I'd like to borrow.
We'd all like to borrow. Choking Ghost has an opposite prediction of 52.
I'm
it's really hard to say what it's going to do.
I'm thinking it's going to be back in the 50s before we know it.
Okay, here we go. According to Chase and Cole from SD Bullion, Silver Eagle Premium is $7 to $8 over spot. You mean they're charging more than I normally charge? I charge $7, but that's at when people have to use a credit card and stuff.
Okay, according to Cole. Well, then why is their prices saying $59 and some change?
I think SD just got thrown under that bus.
Cole, and tell Cole that I didn't mean to do that, but
we know them guys. We look at their website.
I was closing up shop, and the guy comes in, wants to buy some 2025 Eagles, and he goes, "Will you beat SDs?" I said, "How much is SD?" He said, "They're $59.32. I said, "I'll do 59."
Dude, y'all don't even want to know what I sold Eagles for today. I was starting them off at
Let's see if they're still holding
I was lucky to get 55. I sold a few for 60, but
hey,
most
I'm gonna tell
were,
you, Cole and all them guys over at SD, they're great guys.
No, they're great guys. Yeah, they're
they're really good guys. Let me
they
see
just out there making a living like everybody else. We all have to earn different amounts of money depending on the expenses for us to operate our business. So, yeah. So if they said that, that's probably their wholesale or something, not their retail. Look at this. Yeah, man. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you. Coffee on me tomorrow, boys. Appreciate the show. We appreciate you as well. Thank you so much. So, yeah, did I get that thumbed up and hearted over here? Yeah, I did.
Okay.
So what are we looking at, bro?
I'm going to show you SD's pricing.
All right, let's see it. Let's see it here. Let's make that big.
There you go.
Okay, see it. 59.16 for 1 to 19. Check wire.
And see? And that's all the guy wanted. All the guy wanted was one Silver Eagle from me today.
61.
Now they did come down a little bit, but that means silver went down too. There's a set like mine. It adjusts down.
Dude, I need to raise my price.
Yeah.
I need to raise my price because I'm 7 over. I've always been 7 over.
I don't even want to show you a couple of other guys. I won't say JM Bullion out loud at 62 an ounce. I mean, did I say that out loud?
Well, SD has it 61.38 after that. Since it came off of that $15 premium, I have never lowered or raised. Remember in like 2021, it had that big premium wholesale was like 15,
Why
16.
is my picture blurring out?
Because you put that thing up there, man.
Yeah,
there it is.
I got it back.
So they had that, and since that's came off, I haven't had a premium above 7 or below 7. Sometimes if people buy the rows, I'll go a little cheaper. But right now, wholesale from the dealer-only wholesaler we have, they're what, $5? Is that about right?
They got to remember that, their premiums get put on us too when we're buying these from the mints and stuff. So, right now, back dates, I think we're doing them like 5 or 6, something like that.
I'm just 7 across the board. It's just easier. And 2001 forward, $7.
But that don't mean you get 96s or 86s for that price. That was just for the commons.
Ty says, when I was back in my 20s, as if I was able to make 100 a day doing the job, I didn't take the job. That don't quite make sense to me. Maybe I just don't know how to read. He says if I wasn't able to make 100. Dude, we're talking back in the 70s. I don't know how old you are, Ty, but the guys you had to have a lot of training back then to make $100 a day. I mean, shoot, my paycheck was $50 a week. I was
You almost had to be an engineer to get that kind of money.
Yeah, you had to have some skills. I was paying 47 cents a gallon for gas in high school. There you go, Liza Jane. Awesome person there, Liza Jane.
I was paying 25 cents, so okay.
Here's a prediction. My prediction for silver spots 30-35 before January 1st, says J-Dog. Oh, dude, I'm going to back up the truck if it gets that low. So
He's got to buy a truck first.
You know what? If it gets that low, I might have to buy a truck just so I can back him up.
I already got one. I'll back mine right on in.
So here's Jan says, working hard on Whatnot. Everyone should join the show. Yeah, guys, go to my community page. If you haven't joined Whatnot, you want to buy in an auction. Sometimes the stuff's cheap, sometimes the stuff not. Be careful of that swipe. I showed today $175 gold gram. That swipe got a hold of me. So watch that. Be careful on that. We don't want you to overpay if you don't have to. Because if somebody comes in the same time you do, it's whoever's in first, the second person's paying the higher price. All righty. So silver.
I don't go on Whatnot, so I'm not worried about it.
Do you think silver is going to hold close to where it's at right now? I mean, we're looking at a price of basically 48. It keeps going up and down below it. Do you think it could hold this 48 for the rest of the week? Or
no, I don't think it's going to hold it. I think it's going to go back on up there.
Today could have just been a bunch of profit taking. It could have been, people figuring, India.
Look at there, 48, 10, 48, 22. Let's go.
Still down 60 cents on the evening, though, bro.
It's coming back
down there. What's it? JJ says 167 people watching. Thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah, if it keeps going down, I'll just keep buying more and more and
Here's
more.
a question from Joe. Let's talk about platinum, boys. How about trading gold into platinum? Is that a good call with platinum at 1,500, Mike, says Joel.
You want to trade gold into platinum?
He wants to know if platinum's good buy at 1,500.
It is a good buy at 1,500. But if everybody's predicting this right and we're predicting it wrong, then it could be no. I mean, that means if gold and silver continues to up, so will platinum. But platinum is getting a better premium than all of it. I just had another company call me almost pleading with me to sell them some platinum, and I basically told them I'm holding. I just keep buying, putting it back. So on that note, Joe, I ain't worried about where the numbers are. I'm going to buy.
So what he's saying, because platinum has a higher premium, and it may not behoove you to take your gold and trade it off for a higher premium metal. You might be better off just taking and buying a little bit of it. What do you think? Is that about what you're saying?
That's what I would say. I'd hold my gold.
Same age as you. I was doing roofing and construction a lot. 15 an hour was the going rate back then. Oh, okay. Well, I didn't do that shit. I worked Burger King and shit when I was a young teenager.
Hey, this is a children's channel.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. $100 ago in the 70s, I was cutting yards in the neighborhood for 50 cents. Yeah, Thomas Shields, thank you. Yeah, I remember cutting yards back in the 80s.
And look what these guys want now. They want $50.
I was cutting yard back in the 80s, and I was terrified that I would lose customers when I tried to go from $2 to $4 for a yard. And we're not talking a small 10 by 20 patch. We're talking about a half-acre yard. And I was scared to raise my price, but I had to because I just couldn't afford to keep doing it. It took me 2 hours.
Okay, so when do we get back into silver and gold? Now that we're done. We should be done.
We'll talk about it. We're talking about what comes up in the chat, too.
Well, I know, but I don't want to hear about yard cutting and roofing and everything.
My dealer is loaded with silver and complaining. Weird, because months ago he wanted $100 silver.
Huh. Tell him, say, hey, ready to sell that for cheaper?
Yeah. He's complaining about being loaded with silver, whereas he wanted $100 silver. No, that don't make a lot of sense. I think people should just, dealers, that is, I think they should find a level that works for them and maintain that level no matter what the price. If it goes up, it goes down. Just make sure you're always buying and selling and getting rid of it and keeping the level. What do you think, bro?
Yeah. Well, see, right now in my area, we're not buying from any of our dealers right now. We're saving our money. We got money still, but we're saving it for the people.
Here we go. Oh, man. You're not going to believe this. Elizabeth Taylor lives in Novi, Michigan, and she happens to say this. Went to a jewelry store today in Novi. Whether she lives there or not, she was there. And they had a little tray of silver rounds. She asked how much. and they said $65.
Did you buy them all?
Oh man, Elizabeth Trosper. I'm sorry, Elizabeth Trosper. Wow, 65. Yeah. Did you buy any, or did you get scared, or say you're crazy? Let us know. That is, I don't know what he was thinking, but they charge a little more. Them guys are used to buying the jewelry, making the jewelry, and making huge profits. You can't do that. C. Bob says platinum can be the next jewelry replacement for gold, and it be cheaper. Gold and it be cheaper. Could that be next? I think they already use platinum and gold in jewelry.
In jewelry. But
yeah,
guess what? It's
platinum.
not cheaper.
It's not cheaper because it's harder to mold. It's a harder, more dense metal. I mean, even the U.S. Mint has more problems with the dye.
Not just that, it's there's not as much platinum as there is gold in the world.
Oh yeah, if they tried to use platinum for jewelry, they'd run out. Maybe that's why they never used it like they do gold in value.
They don't make that much of it.
Yeah, they put like higher quality diamonds, higher quality stones into platinum jewelry.
You pay for it, trust me.
$20 an hour out of high school, 14 cash fighting forest fires during the summer. No, had it better than $35 an hour. I know. No crap, Greg. Dude, the money ain't what it used to be. Here's something. Time or distance. Thank you, my friend. With the refiners back and the dealers and the wholesalers flush with metal, some must be taking a loss. Can they hedge this volatility? I'm taking a loss today.
I've been taking a loss. I always, and just like what we just showed you, even looking at SD and stuff, it'll be a day or two before we make a move to see if we're going to see if this market is 100% legit and it's going to keep going down. We're not going to just in the first day with a big drop like that. So, okay, let's drop our numbers.
Yeah.
That's when you get hurt.
You got to make sure it's not like me being a small dealer. I can drop my numbers and buy it back real quick. They got a big network that they have to deal with. So the movement sometimes may not be as quick. But you know what? Talking about the movement not be as quick. And when it goes up, they sure move it quick then, though, don't they? Am I right?
Well, no.
No, they move it up. But when it starts going down, it's like gasoline, man. When it goes up, boom, they're right with it. When it goes down, it takes them a minute.
When the barrel drops, it takes a few days for them to catch up.
Yeah, same way with, I've noticed that with silver today. It's always the small guys, man. 1974 moved.
But you got to remember, we're buying hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of silver almost every day. So we got to do something.
Yeah, we have to move. I have to move with the market in order to keep it moving. Edward Lee, thank you for the comment. Do you think the MS60 pennies are goodbye with the demise of the penny? I don't know. Maybe some copper pennies. I would. It's not something I would invest in heavily, Edward. But if you like them and you want to go for some of the varieties or the harder ones, no, I don't think it'd be a problem. What do you think, bro?
Me? No, I wouldn't even touch it.
All
But
right.
I am telling my customers because I 100% know after April of 2026, there'll be no more pennies. For all you guys out there buying the 25, 24 pennies, don't pay that stupid money. It's not.
Yeah, don't pay no $10 a row and shit.
But guys, the 2026s, because they are going to be the shortest minute, get them. Get to your bank, order your boxes, because once they're gone, they're gone.
The mid 60s, like I think he's referring to, I would just go after the little bit harder ones, but I wouldn't go crazy. I would go further back, and I would go after better dates myself. I wouldn't.
Yeah, because I'm going to tell you right now, the real common ones, you can get them out of my boxes for $5 and $10 in PCGS NGC holder.
There you go. Or you can go on my auction today and buy them right there for the same price. Last first says the 90% will 90% appreciate in 20 years, like rounds and coins, especially the Washington quarters. So what do you think? You think 90% is going to appreciate?
Nah.
I think
Why
it
do you
will.
think it's going? Why do you think it is?
I think it's going to appreciate as more people melt it. I mean, as it some of the it's not getting circulated in the sense of money in our everyday pocket, but it does go back and forth in bowls and stuff, and that does cause some wear. And sometimes they get too wore out and they get melted down by collectors or dealers or whoever.
Well, your standing quarters, a lot of them are getting melted down because they're so wore out you can't even make the dates. Your barber quarters, if they ain't a better date or they don't have enough meat
Look at
on them,
that.
they're going in and out.
Greg Olson picked up 5 rounds and a Britannia. That's 6 ounces of silver today at the same price. 306 total. Wow.
Oh.
Not bad, my friend. If that's what you're talking about, 6 ounces of silver. That wasn't too bad.
It's I thought it said 5.
Well, he's 5 ounces and a Britannia.
Oh, okay.
See right here. Show.
I seen it. I
There
remember.
it is. Picked up 5 ounces and a Britannia today.
That's
51
51 an
180
ounce.
people in here. Thank you guys for
That's
being here.
51 an ounce. Not bad, my friend.
How much do you recommend keeping cash on hand for emergencies in addition to silver gold holdings? 6 months to 2 years, whatever you're comfortable with to cover your bills.
I say at least 6 months. Yes.
6 months worth of bill money. I say you could go as high as 2, but if you get over 2 years, you're holding too much cash.
I think 2 years is too much.
Well, it is for me, but I mean, the average person is probably $50,000 a year or $100,000. So,
and what are your bills?
that's what I'm saying. Whatever your bills are.
I always say 6 months to a year. If you can, that's comfortable. You're not gonna.
And we're not talking when we. Go ahead.
You're not going to go broke that way. Where if you hold that much cash, then all this precious metals or anything you're buying, land or whatever, you could be gaining money there instead of holding it in that fiat currency over to the side. That's what I look at. I buy land. I buy stuff that I hope will gain. And that's what I do. I stack my money in that. That's what I look at. And I hold about 6 months to a year's worth of bill money, as they call it. Because I like to have a little money from a vacation too.
Well, and when we're talking about stacking money, we're not talking about like he likes to have vacation money. We're not talking about vacation money. We're talking about your food budget, electric, gas, insurance.
Well, see, and that's it. I have it there, but see, if I need to take it out for, let's say, vacation or something, you need a little extra money to do something. You got it there.
And that's where I'm saying up to 2 years, bro, is for that discretionary spending that you
must really travel.
Dude, I never know what I want to do. I might want to buy an ounce of gold that I wasn't planning on buying. I need that extra discretion there. See, I that's part of my savings. That extra discretion might get an ounce of gold or silver. So, platinum jewelry was popular in the 1990s, says Mud Swat, and it could be having a comeback. What do you think? What do you got to say about that, bro?
I don't think it's going to have a comeback. So many people over the time after the 90s went to go selling their jewelry, and they got so many times told it was just silver and got jacked.
That is the problem with platinum jewelry. Some people are misinformed and don't understand the difference. They bought silver jewelry, and they was told it was silver, but they, for some reason or another, they think it's platinum, and they paid $100 for a 2 gram or 5 gram ring. I mean, come on now.
Well, no, it's also with their platinum when they went to sell it. Remember in 2007 when it got real high?
Yeah, people tried telling some.
So they would tell them it's silver, so they wouldn't have to pay that ridiculous price for it. Because
some unscrupulous dealers would tell them it was silver. That's the big problem you have with platinum, the misconception of what it actually is. Mr. and Mrs. West Coast Stacker, thank you for the comment. What would $100 silver mean for the dollar? What do you think? It means that dollar shit. What do you think? I
like it.
Well, I don't think $100 silver. I don't think the economy is ready for that. But if we had $100 silver, that means our dollar isn't going to buy us but half as much stuff as it does now.
What does it? Wait.
What does it mean for the dollar? What is it going to do? What? No, the dollar can buy some. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it can still buy a little something, not much.
It don't even give me a gallon of gas. You know, I can still take that silver quarter and get over a gallon of gas. What I used to use when I got my fuel when I was younger.
Now, we have a great question. Since you work closely with the U.S. Mint, Marco Polo has presented a question. Mike, since spot price is falling, do you think the U.S. Mint will reduce their asking price for commemoratives?
Yes, they will. But did you notice something today? And Keith, you know this for a fact.
I don't know nothing.
Usually the mint always change their prices on Wednesday.
I do know that.
Did you notice that nothing got changed today?
It's because it's not Wednesday, bro. It's going to have to close out
right.
tomorrow.
Oh, man, I lost today. Well, watch tomorrow. Let's see if they move the prices because it did take a nice little drop today.
Some of it should have. I don't know if like the Silver Eagles or something, but things that they call closer to spot might change, like Gold Eagles. I mean, a $200 drop. Yeah, that demands a Gold Eagle. The Gold Eagles pricing structure, when it moves like $50 or $100, it'll fall down $50 or $100. So it kind of goes.
Guys, now
but
listen,
still, imagine if
they do drop it, wouldn't it be nice if they drop low enough that you guys can just run in there real quick and put, because they did not sell out the Batmans, guys. So get them when they're low.
According to the U.S. Mint's price structure, they drop 50 for every 50, right? It ain't going to happen, but let's throw this out there. This scenario we know will never happen. Gold drops. Now, mind you, the mint is $700 to $1,000 over.
They've been around $1,000 over lately.
Okay, let's say they're $1,000 over per ounce. If for some weird reason gold, no, it's not going to happen. So don't say, quote me, say Keith said it's going to drop. But if it dropped to $50 an ounce, the question I have for the U.S. Mint: are you still going to charge me $1,050 for that ounce of gold? According to the way their price structure works, isn't that how it would work? Because they're $1,000 over. And they only drop a 50 for every 50. Is that not a stupid question? But it's a serious question. Banks are instructed to send pennies back when the U.S. Treasury for destruction, says Greg Olson.
Not true.
Not true. There you go. Coin Crew 181 watching, 90 likes. Thank you, guys. Another great show. You guys are rocking, man. Rocking.
It will take 2 to 3 years for all the pennies get out of the market, period.
Did you notice that, guys, that when I was talking about a hyper, weird situation with gold drop, Mike didn't say nothing. The question is, Mike, do you think the Mint would try to keep doing that?
No.
I think they would, man. They get crazy sometimes.
Well,
banks are claiming, says Mysterium, banks are claiming the Mint is making 2026 or taking orders, though. So is it just Mint proof sets for 2026?
No.
Are they
the penny is going to be ended, period.
All righty. So there's that. Greg Olson, last week we're giving a $5 maximum. A penny rose to non-merchants this week, none, period. So pennies are getting tight. Some of it is because people thinking it's.
Just remember, guys, I'm telling you guys to do this, but now your banker might come back to you and say, listen, because it does cost them to order in. If they say that they're not going to really order in because they don't want to have to pay for them and then maybe have to send them back, but compromise with them. Say, I'll pay for them.
Yeah, sometimes they'll do that. But what you have to remember, and I say this over and over to different people under different scenarios, it costs money to move money. And in the situation of a bank, they have to pay a Guardian or a Brinks armored car service of some type to bring in their money, whether it be currency or coins. The heavier it is, the more it costs them per mile. So that's something you have to think about, like work with the bank because they have to pay for that stuff.
Guys, I really expect them rolls to go between 2 and 250. So just remember, I'm telling you guys to get them things ordered. I've already put my order in.
There you go. Last first says thoughts on USSA strategic stockpile silver rounds and bars. I have no thoughts on it. Silver. What's your thoughts, bro?
Silver.
Okay, kind of coiny. Thank you, my friend, for watching. When you guys say cash, are you talking about dollars? A lot of times we do refer to dollars, but in my opinion, silver and gold is much more liquidable than the fiat currency because the currency keeps devaluing every day. Whereas,
and the good part about silver and gold, you can always hold it. If it goes up, you got more money stashed.
Now, when we say cash, are we referring to the fiat dollar?
I am referring to having the fiat dollar on hand for emergencies.
That is what we're talking about, 6 months to a 2-year period. Now, granted, some of your cash on hand, you could have it in silver and gold, could you not?
You can. But just remember, it's like everything else, can go up and down.
Yeah.
Which fiat currency, it don't move up or down. It's just there. If it crashes, it's done. That's it.
So that is something to look at when we talk about cash. You could supplement some of your actual greenbacks for gold and silver for that 6 month to 2 year period.
And I do not mean gold backs either.
Say again?
I do not mean gold backs either.
Now, someone said something last week, and I wanted to touch on that this week. When I kind of skimmed over that comment about the gold backs last week, I wasn't really trying to be rude. Some people like them, and I have nothing against that. It's just me personally. They're just not for me because I can't see paying that kind of premium. So I do apologize if you thought I was rude last week.
I really call them a novelty gift.
They are a novelty gift.
I had to have them remove my name off their site because they was using us to help sell their product in our area.
But some people do like to collect them. People like to collect one of this, one of that, one of this. And I get that. And I do apologize if you thought I was rude last week, but that wasn't my intention. It was just a topic that I just don't have a whole lot of interest in. And I do apologize. Okay, so Platinum's problem is that it doesn't look like gold. Exactly. That is part of its problem. It's a member of the white royal metals family. And there are unscrupulous people out there, are there not, Mike? That will, like you said, they telling people back in 2007 that their platinum was silver.
Yeah, platinum was at $2,500 an ounce, so they was taking advantage of it.
$100 silver, 5,000 gold, Eric. Hey. Yeah, so you got to be careful with that. Here we go. Go Dragon says, is the Tuesday SmackDown going to stop tomorrow or rebound? Okay, quick thing before Mike jumps in. It won't go up tomorrow because I've got a Whatnot show tomorrow evening, and my motto is, when it goes down, I put on a show. But in seriousness, what do you think? Do you think it could rebound tomorrow?
I think it's going to rebound and screw his show up. What do you guys think?
Well, I would be happy because I might actually sell a little higher than the melt.
And they'll still buy back a melt then.
Look at that. Nikki Silver Stacker, $2 super sticker. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. Not ignoring you. I just ran over there so I could heart it and like it. Thank you. Thank you. Here we go. Ashton C1 says $100 silver means I have to use twice as many dollars to buy the silver as I can today. Buy the dip. That's it. That is it right there, bro. Buy the dip. Haven't we been saying that for years and decades? And just because it's higher than it was a year ago doesn't mean that this 48, 47, whatever it happens to be this very moment, 48.05, 48.17.
Yep.
Doesn't mean this isn't a good entry point. So, yeah, always buy the dip no matter what you're investing in. Look at that. Steve LaPointe says 98 likes, 173 watching. We're up to 181. Guys, thank you for being here. I know you're not coming to hear me. Let's let this guy talk a minute. What are you going to talk about?
Nothing.
All right, then. He talked. He talked.
Anyway, guys, I figured he'd like that one. He was hoping I'd say that so he could just step in, jump in, and he was all excited. Now I'm gonna shut him down. No. Anyway, guys, hey, what? Before we get off here, what do you guys think about the show coming to Lansing, Michigan?
Oh,
in
yeah.
2026. Did you do
No,
something this week for Mid America?
Yeah, I went over to Lansing and walked the convention center over there, the Lansing Center. I really liked the way it looked. It seemed appropriate for a show of the caliber that you're trying to put on. So what are you going to talk about? What are we thinking next year?
Well, I got the paperwork back from today. We talked numbers. Looks like we might have our numbers. So I'm going to look at the rest of it tomorrow. Looks like we'll be signing the contract and we're on.
So we might be on for next July. We'll give you the dates shortly, just not today until the contract's finalized. So, yeah, we're going to be doing that. And Mike's coming all the way up from Oklahoma to do that with us. Or he's doing it, and I'm going to be kind of shadowing him, so to speak.
I'm going to swing into Michigan, pick him up. We'll drive up there so you can see how the contracts really work. So yeah, we're gonna get in on that and see, hopefully it works out for everybody. I think you guys will love Michigan Lansing area as a good venue. If you haven't been over there, it's a great venue, the Lansing Center. But yeah, dudes. Yeah, we are bringing U.S. Mint with us, and I'm sure we'll probably have NGC wanting to come along too, and Heritage Auction House, and a bunch of them. We're going to bring people that's not been there yet, and we're going to bring them to Michigan.
Okay. Do you see $100 silver in your lifetimes? I hope so. What do you think?
I've already seen $100 silver in my lifetime. I bought a few pieces over $100.
There you go. 10-minute warning. I think. Oh, I'm way behind, dudes. I'm gonna have to skip past some of your questions.
Dude, we're past 10-minute warning.
I know, right?
We're at 2-minute warning.
Let's okay, here we're about up. Here's a great question to kind of capture what we're talking about. Why are the big bullion stores not dropping prices? We did cover that.
Didn't I just talk about that? I thought I talked
we did.
about
You want to touch on it real quick?
Guys, we're not going to drop our prices just yet. It might be a day or two. We got to make sure this market is for real. There's been some playing around, and we're going to see what happens. Guys, anytime a market drops that fast, we're going to hold the brakes for a minute. We're not just going to drop. We do usually move with the market, but this one is a little weird. We're going to make sure that it's a for real market. If it continues, you'll probably start seeing as early as tomorrow, we start moving our prices.
Okay, and let me add a little bit more something to that, why the big bullion stores are not dropping. It is to your advantage to come and visit small shops during times like this that do move with the market, because a smaller shop will drop their price because they got to keep the business coming in. They cannot afford to wait a week or whatever to see.
We're not going to wait a week. It's only going to be a day or two.
You ain't going to wait a day. We're going to sell it. If we're open, we're going to sell it.
But guys, he has to be open to sell it.
Oh, I was selling today. I wasn't open. I was on whatnot. Get that against an Army member. 47 mods. What an awesome dude. What an awesome mod. Thank you, Against an Army. I do apologize if I missed some of your comments today. But before we go, I want to touch on some coin shows that you are doing or hosting over the next few months. Maybe spend a very short time on each one of them, kind of give everybody what you're doing.
Okay. All right, guys. First up, we are going to be in by Lambert Airport at the Marriott for the CoinX show this coming up month in November. I think it starts around the 13th. I will be there. I'll be set up at the front. Mary and them took good care of me, and I will be there. I appreciate Scotsman's. I thank them for putting me in my regular spot, even though we're in a new venue for this year. Next, we are going to be doing the show, a one-day show in Joplin, Missouri at the VFW, December 6th. We will have several dealers there. We have a lot of dealers already signed up. And maybe we can even get Keith down. Silver Seeker's supposed to come, so we're hoping to have everybody there. Followed by, we got another show in February after VFW again. So guys, watch out for that. I don't remember exact date. I think it's the second week of February. I will get them dates to you in the next show. Then we got the June show. Guys, you guys know about the Tulsa show. I do that one every year. Keith seems to like it, and so does everybody else. So guys, if you ain't doing nothing, come out and see us in June, second week of June. Followed by July, we're looking at Lansing, Michigan. We'll give them dates coming up soon. Followed by in October, we're going to be in Little Rock, Arkansas, and we're going to be doing that one the second week of October. So guys, if you ain't doing nothing, hit all them shows, and we are still working on one for St. Louis ourselves.
So let me touch in real quick on that, and then there's a comment I want to address. If you want to meet myself, Silver Seeker, Rob Finds Treasures, Mike, Mike's going to be at every one of those shows. I and Silver Seeker will most likely be at all of them. Rob may be at some of them, but come check us out. You guys can meet us or not. Come tell us how much you hate or like us, whichever you prefer. Right here, Prosperous Porcupine. And I just addressed this. You guys raise prices right away when COMEX is going up, but you got to wait when the market is going down. Love the consistency. And that is what I just addressed, my friend. Come to shops.
It's not that at all.
Come to shops about the size of mine. We have to move the product. We are going to drop right away. A shop that it can afford is not going to be willing to lose money like a smaller shop would.
If we get back to normal, let me rephrase this for you. We're in a silver freeze. We got nowhere to go with our silver. We are buying on them high numbers. This took a fast drop, so we are forced to hold for a day or two to make sure this drop is for real. We are buying daily. I'm not talking $1,000, $2,000. I'm talking anywhere from $100,000 to $300,000 a day. Yeah. So I mean,
and that
so we got to really watch it. We got to really watch it when we're spending that kind of money. In the last 2 weeks, I spent close to $1 million, and this was on a high number. So I shouldn't try to hold off and make sure this number is for real. Yes, I should.
Now that's the difference between, like I was saying, a big dealer and a small dealer. A small dealer moves maybe thousands in a day, whereas a big dealer could be millions in a day. And to make that sudden drop for a big dealer, he could lose hundreds of thousands of dollars. Would you do it? With a small dealer, I could use a few $100. Yeah, I would do it. It's worth it. So, having said that, for those of you that don't understand how the business is, thank you for watching. Hopefully we taught you something, or maybe open your eyes to something. But this is scary, definitely scary when these prices falling like this. There's no doubt about it. Just like on the thumbnail, right?
Well, actually, that one was more scarier. What do you think?
Was it? But
anyway, guys,
thank you.
Thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys listening to us. As always, we love hearing your thoughts. Hopefully this all helped you guys understand a little bit more smaller dealers versus bigger dealers. I remember when I was a small dealer and I got bigger, and it's the way it is. Okay.
So Mike's got more videos coming out this week. I will maybe get a couple shorts this week. I'll be on Whatnot 4:30 tomorrow night. Floyd will be up Friday. I don't know if we got Floyd live or not. I don't know. I don't remember the last Floyd live. We'll see. Probably not do a Floyd live because it's too short a notice. But I will be back up YouTube auction on Sunday. And I am having a special Whatnot program on Monday at noon. So, guys, thank you so much for all the support, the super chats, the likes, and show Mike's channel some love, man.
I appreciate y'all.
Great videos. So you guys have a great night. And you anything else you want to add, bro?
No, thank you for watching. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go. Have a great one, guys. Bye.